Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Peace, peace to everybody listening. Welcome back to the House of Ancestors right here. Um, it's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? With another video. While you here, if this is your first time, please make sure you go ahead, subscribe, and share as much as you can. Share as much as you can, because I got a real, definitely important message today, especially for the masculines out there, especially for, you know, the men. You know what I'm saying? Females too can listen, but this is specifically really, for the males. You know, we're gonna talk about semen retention. But see, what I want to do today is I want to take an approach. I want to talk about four spiritual benefits of semen retention, or four little known benefits that are not talked about as much. I want to go into that, and I want to tell you exactly how these things happen, by you practicing semen cultivation, semen retention, holding your seed. So that's what I want to dive into. So you want to be able to move it. Don't just let it sit there, because that energy has to go somewhere. So, particularly the benefits that I'm about to name are if you are practicing semen retention along with a spiritual practice. So without further ado, man, the number one thing I want to talk about is this. So, the first thing is your aura becomes stronger. You know what I'm saying? Your auric field becomes stronger when you are practicing semen retention. So your aura, which is your light, that's your protective shield for your spirit, for your energy. It becomes much stronger. And you'll notice, because one of the things that happen when your aura becomes stronger is that you're more able to fight off spiritual attacks. You will notice that some of the things that usually would bother you no longer bother you. You might have that one, you might have that one person, or, you might have that one dull person that always used to get under your skin. But when you start practicing semen retention and you're raising that frequency, your aura becomes stronger. And so when your aura becomes stronger, shit that used to get to you will no longer get to you, because your light is too strong. And so what'll happen is you'll see more people that can actually pick up on the fact that your light is strong. So those energies will try to come along and try to, they'll try to dim that light. But they can't really, it's not as easy for them to dim that light, because remember, your seed is your light. Semen is actually trapped light. Semen is trapped sunlight. This is fact. So when you retain your seed, what you really are doing is retaining your light. You're holding your light, and your light is what attracts high vibrational things. Your light also can attract parasites, so be wary. However, when you practice semen retention, your light becomes stronger, and it's much, much harder for an enemy to penetrate your aura. So your aura becomes stronger. You begin to glow. So, when you might go out somewhere and you might be around people, and they can all of a sudden see this glow on you. Your light becomes more radiant. You know what I'm saying? Like you become more radiant. You have a glow. I call it that Bruce Leroy glow. The movie. Yeah, the dragon, right? It's that glow. You know what I'm saying? You give off a powerful glow. And it's not really, that really displays power. It really displays power. And you begin to become more magnetic. Your energy becomes more magnetic. You can magnetically attract things much easier into your aura. There are going to be many, many things drawn to you. I'm telling you right now, when you first start doing it, like when you do this, you may already be doing it. And you may already know this, but there are going to be things drawn to you. You're going to be attracting things to you because your aura, your light is much stronger. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful, and it's a powerful thing, because you can attract things to you that are more in alignment with who you are. But be mindful that you're also going to attract some things that that are parasitic and that want to feed off your light. But because you are holding your seed and you're working with that energy, you know what I'm saying? You're cultivating your seed by holding and retaining your semen. Your aura is stronger, so those energies are not as easily they're not as able to penetrate your aura. So that's the first thing. That's number one. Your aura becomes stronger. You know what I'm saying? So number 2 of spiritual benefits of semen retention is you raise your vibrational frequency. Now this one you may know, of course, this is a no-brainer, but I want to go into it a little deeper. Obviously, you raise your vibrational frequency when you hold your seed. And when I say, again, I don't want to keep saying hold your seed. I want to reiterate that if you are retaining your semen, that you should be doing some form of exercise in terms of cultivating. So when you have that seed that you retaining, you're not releasing. You're not just out here busting all over the place. You holding your seed. So when you hold your seed, it sits at the base of your spine at your root chakra. So you want to practice channeling that energy upward by breathing upward, raising your frequency. And so when you breathe upward, you want to push that energy up from your root chakra through your sacral chakra, and you want to push it up into your solar plexus and up until you get all the way up to your crown chakra. And you want to practice this, working that energy through different areas of your energetic field, your chakra system. By doing so, you will raise your frequency. And there's other ways to move energy around with semen retention. Even if you are moving your body, if you exercise, you hitting the gym, or you doing calisthenics workouts, whatever kind of workout it is you do, you are moving that energy around. So by doing that, when you exercise, you release endorphins, you release chemicals in the body, in the brain, brain chemicals. You know what I'm saying? You see an increase in feel good hormones. You know what I'm saying? And so, dopamine and serotonin, those things increase with exercise and moving your body around. And when you cultivate that energy, you begin to raise your vibrational frequency. And so you feel better. And so what happens by you raising your frequency is you begin to feel more joyful. You begin to feel more excitement. You begin to feel more alive. You feel more energy, more energetic, just as a result of you practicing that semen cultivation and raising your vibrational frequency. And you also will begin to get more spiritual downloads. Oh man, a lot of people don't talk about this one. So again, right now you are on a spiritual channel, so I have to dive into the spiritual attributes of this process. So we talking about more spiritual downloads. So what I mean by this is this, right? Things that you were not able to see as clearly before. When you are practicing semen retention, as a result of it raising your vibrational frequency, you will see more numbers and things and synchronicities start to show up to you. You could be sitting there with a question, pondering a question, sitting in silence, and boom, out of nowhere, you get the answer to your question. You know what I'm saying? You might actually be able to see angels and lights around you even more clearly, more vividly. I'm telling you, when you raise your vibration through semen retention, you will get more spiritual downloads. Meaning that a lot of spiritual information will come to you. May it be via dreaming, may it be via through meditation, or just through seeing signs and synchronicities. You will begin to get more active spiritual downloads. You will see more things start to unfold in terms of your ancestors coming to you, speaking to you. Your connection will grow stronger with your ancestors, with your spiritual team, or any deities or energies that you work with. They will be able to come to you more clearly, because now that you are holding your light, you know what I'm saying, you have more power. Look at your semen as like your battery pack in the spirit realm. The more seed that you continue to hold, retain, and cultivate, the more energy you have in that battery. And the more energy you have in that battery, the higher you can go in vibration. And the higher you can go in vibration, the more access you can have to the spirits, and the more access they have to you. See, if you constantly draining your light, when you busting off every night, draining your seed on toxic women, letting it all out, just every night, just draining your seed. You know what I'm saying? Your vibration is at you pretty much, you vibrating pretty low. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, when you letting your seed go, like, your vibration is not as high. So that means when you vibrate that low, then your ancestors don't have as much access to you, because you got to be high enough to reach them, and so they can reach you. So that's number 2 of, the spiritual benefits of semen retention. So I want to go to number 3. Number 3 is increased creativity. Yes, you will see an increase in your creativity. Listen, so when you talk about your seed, you're talking about your life force energy. When we talk about sex is nothing more than creative energy. Sex is used to create. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you do with it, what you choose to do with it, sex always is going to create something. So your seed is supposed to create. So if it's not creating a baby, meaning you're not ejaculating inside of a woman in order to produce a child, then you're going to have to use it to create something. So that means if you're not wasting your seed, which is your creative energy, then you're going to have more creativity in you to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Things such as, things such as creating your reality. You'll start to see new ideas come to you more rapidly whenever you are in your creative energy. So, yeah, creativity is a big one, because your sacral chakra is the chakra that houses creativity. That's your sexual chakra. Of course, along with your root, but your sacral chakra is your chakra that you create life with. That's the chakra that you procreate with. So whenever you're not creating a child or creating children with your seed, then that leaves more room for you to create things that you want to bring into existence. So you will start to notice your manifestation power will become 10 times stronger. So whenever you are practicing semen retention, be very, very mindful of the things that you think about, because not only is your vibration at an all-time high, you are in a creative energy. So when you are in a creative energy, you have to be mindful that you are always creating things. So now it gives you a superpower. If you want to start a new project, if it's something that you want to bring into manifestation, you will start to get new ideas just like that, just like clockwork. They just start to come to you, because that light that you are holding is creative energy. Your seed is your creative energy. Again, if it's not being used to create a child, it's going to create something. So what you might ask, so what do you think happens whenever you are releasing and you just having sex? You ain't even doing it to create a child. You just release into a condom, or you pull out and ejaculate somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And just let your seed just go all over wherever it's going. So what happens is, whatever you thinking about when you having sex, whatever energy that other person is holding and the energy that you holding, whatever the thought forms that you holding, the vibration that you're on is going to create something in your life whenever you release that energy. So if you're not creating a child, you might create some drama. You might create, a situation you don't want to see yourself in, because remember that sex is the highest form of alchemy on this realm. So you start to see, especially when you releasing your seed and you wasting your seed on low vibrational women, you'll start to see demonic entities come in and start to try to attach themselves to you, or what we call sex demons. You know what I'm saying? You might be more prone to succubus energy when you continue to release your seed and you don't know why you can't stop. You know what I'm saying? That's usually when you can't stop, or you got that sex addiction. It's like you just looking for that next fix. That's a sign that you might have a succubus energy attached to you. And mind you, it don't have to be coming just from one partner. You know what I'm saying? That energy, that succubus energy, will find a way to get to you through multiple partners. So you don't know why, no matter how hard you try, you can never get that fix. No matter how many times you release, you still feel like it's not enough. So you constantly being drained. And you'll never be able to see your creative ideas come to life when you constantly wasting your seed all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 3, is an increase in creativity. You want to be able to use that creativity to bring into fruition things that you want to see, And so number 4 is, you will, number 4 is a big one. Number 4 is a big one. So you will see an increase in attraction from the opposite sex. So that means, when you cultivating your seed, you'll see more attraction. Naturally, the feminine energy will be more attracted to you by you holding your seed or holding your light. Remember though, your seed is your power, and they can see it. They can see it. It goes back to me talking about your aura being more stronger and more powerful. You have more of a powerful glow. They can see it. Also, when you hold your seed, you produce more testosterone. You produce more testosterone, which makes you more attractive to the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly releasing your seed, then your testosterone levels will begin to drop. They're not as high as they would be if you were practicing semen retention. Another thing that happens is you give off pheromones that chemically attract women. You give off pheromones when you retain your semen. So just by holding your seed and holding your semen, you will give off pheromones, and these pheromones chemically attract women. These are the things that they use to make cologne. They use pheromones, but you have natural pheromones in your body, in your seed, that chemically attract the opposite sex. So the more seed that you have, the more seed that you retain, the more pheromones that you give off. And your pheromones can be released through your sweat glands. You know what I'm saying? They come out through your sweat, and things of that nature. So if you holding on to that seed and you moving your body and you channeling that energy. So if you go to the gym, or if you somewhere and you working out and you start to sweat and you practicing semen retention, if you sweat and if there's a female anywhere around you, I can guarantee you she's going to feel a sense of attraction to you, even if she don't know why she do. Because that's because you're giving off those pheromones from all of that seed that you are retaining, you holding your light. And not only that, going back to your aura becoming stronger, not only can they see the light, not only can they feel the light, they can actually sense it through the pheromones as well. So those are multiple ways that attract the opposite sex when you're talking about semen retention. You know what I'm saying? Because when you just wasting your seed, you become weaker energetically. You know what I'm saying? But see, you exert a certain confidence, a certain level of power, a certain level of strength. Your light becomes much, much stronger. Your vibration is much, much stronger, more potent. So there's not many things that can break that. And another thing too, I want to speak on this one too. Now this is a big one too. So since we're talking about increased attraction from the opposite sex through semen retention, listen, I'm gonna tell you this one right here. There will be women, feminine energies, and I'm talking about spirits, not physical people, beings. I'm talking about spirits. There will be spirits that will come visit you in the spiritual realm, and when I say they want to give it to you, they will come and give it to you. Because see, what happens is that whenever you strengthen your seed, you strengthen your macabre. Your macabre is your light vehicle. That's your light body. This is the vehicle that you use to travel when you are in the spirit realm, astro traveling, lucid dreaming. Your macabre is your light vehicle. See, your physical body is your vehicle for the physical realm. You move about, you get up, you walk, you touch things, you kick, you jump. That's your physical vehicle. But you have another vehicle that you maneuver through when you are in the spirit realm. When your physical body is asleep, you exit the body at night. And when you exit the body, you step inside of another reality, another realm. And there are real entities and beings that live in that realm the same way they live on the 3D realm. And you will see more women. See, your light not only becomes stronger here, it definitely becomes more stronger in the spirit realm, in the astral realm. So when you go to sleep at night, there will be feminine deities, feminine goddesses, feminine energies and women coming to you in the dream realm, in the spirit realm, in order to have a sexual encounter with you. And it gets so deep the more stronger you are. It's crazy, because if they'll look at it like, if they can't get to you in the physical, they'll come for you in the spiritual. They see that you're not budging physically, they'll visit you in the spiritual. And sometimes these women, or if you're a female, men, but most of the time these women, when they come to you in the spirit realm, or these feminine energies, sometimes it's people that in the physical, and they come through in the spiritual realm in order to have that sexual encounter with you. Other times it's feminine energies that you never saw in your life, at least not in this life, and you don't recognize their face from the physical. You don't recognize them from your physical world. I don't know who that was. But when I say they come through, bro, they come through. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it can be quite enjoyable, personally speaking. You know what I'm saying? Other times, you got to be mindful that you're not getting, you're not getting pushed up on by a succubus energy. You'll know the difference by the way that you feel. If a succubus energy came to you in the spirit realm and, had a sexual encounter with you and drained your seed, you're going to feel more drained. You're going to feel more you're going to feel like something was definitely pulled out of you. You're going to feel tired regardless, because when you travel in the spirit realm, you know what I'm saying? Your spirit has been traveling all night, even though your physical body was asleep. So whenever you come back into the body and you wake up, you might feel a little tired, because even though you were sleeping, you wasn't sleeping, because you have to wake up and go to work in the spirit realm. So to say that, I'm just saying that be mindful. You will attract some incredible experiences by the opposite sex when you in that realm. I'm talking about, you will, even though you practicing semen retention, there'll be moments where, there'll be a feminine deity or an energy or an entity that'll come visit you, and you're going to see all the nice attributes that you would see in the physical. You know what I'm saying? She might be very curvaceous. She's going to come to you looking the way that you like her to look. And when she come to you, you know what I'm saying? The sexual experience that you have is going to be very, very, very profound. That shit is like nothing you can explain on the physical level. And you will release. So you will release when they come. In some cases, it's been cases where, I have been able to, deal with those experiences and not release. You know what I'm saying? You try your best not to, but sometimes you do. Sometimes it's like, fuck it, just go ahead. Because I'm talking about in the spirit realm now, not the physical. And when you do release, you wake up you know what I'm saying? Then you got to clean yourself up. Because even though you was retaining your seed in the physical, somebody came through for you in the spiritual and they put it on you. You know what I'm saying? And now you had to release. You had a wet dream. Now you wake up like, yo, what the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? And you got to clean up. That's called astro sex and astro sex. And if you think that shit don't go down on the astral realm, you really mistaken, because it goes down on the astral plane too. So you gotta be mindful, but enjoy yourself, have fun. You know what I'm saying? But if you're truly trying to continue to hold your seed, sometimes it might be experiences like that. You don't beat yourself up over those experiences though. You know what I'm saying? You just keep going. And also, I'm gonna say this, when I say semen cultivation and retention, that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to release at all. I'm not one of the ones gonna tell you, however long you choose to go is up to you. You go through periods. So you might release, for example, every 90 days. You might hold your seed for 90 days and then you'll release. Then you'll go for 90 days and then you'll release. Or you might go for 6 months, some people. You know what I'm saying? You might go for 30 days and release. You might go for 60 days. It just all depends. But for the first time when you do it, at least, give yourself time to build up. You might not make it as far on your first go round. But when you do it the second time, the third time, if you can get to your first 30 days, you know what I'm saying? You'll start to notice some of these things, these benefits happening. And then, your next 60 days. So I want to say this, it's not really about how long you do it. It's about like you only doing it every so often. So each time that you do it, it's so much space in between it that it's not really affecting you as much as if you were releasing every single day, every night. You know what I'm saying? So the more you do that, you begin to build up your aura. You begin to build up your life force energy, because your seed is your life force energy. And like I said, when you go into the spirit realm, you will attract other energies and entities, and you will attract the opposite sex, not only in the physical but in the spiritual as well. They really love it on the spiritual realm. Like, they can really see your glow, because when you got to remember, when you traveling outside of the body, when your spirit leaves the body, you're not looking at a physical body. It's no flesh in the spirit realm. It's only energy. So when there's energy there and your light is on and your light is vibrating and you very bright, you're going to shine even brighter on the astral realm than in the physical, because you don't have a dense body covering your light. You're pure light. You're just straight energy when you get into that realm. You still have an appearance, the way that you appear to people in that realm, but your glow is so magnetic that these other the opposite sex in that realm is going to be very magnetically drawn to you in that realm. And so again, these don't have to be people that you know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's energies that you don't know. You've never seen their face in this lifetime on the physical plane, so you don't recognize them, but somehow, some way, there's a connection there, or there's just an energy that you came across in the astral realm and they wanted to come through on you. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, I hope that this was helpful to you, and I hope I gave you a brief rundown on some of the things that happens when you are practicing semen retention. So these were 4 spiritual benefits of semen retention, man. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. Again, on future videos, I can go deeper into this. If you need help with this semen retention thing and you want me to consult you, or anything that you need from me, you can reach out to me via email. That email is info@thehouseofancestors.com. And before you go, man, make sure you go ahead and like this video, man. As you know, I'm trying to build the channel up, so go ahead and hit the like button. And if nothing else, man, make sure you share this video. I want you to share this, repost it, put it on your social media. You know what I'm saying? Especially for all the men and the masculines out there that need to hear this message, man. So once again, it's God I see right here, man, on the House of Ancestors, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.